before we hear his thoughts, we just got to get everybody up, because fans have everybody's got thoughts. Everybody's a fan. But everybody remembers the catch, Michael Crabtree, but even more people remember the ball. Now, you catch with your hands. I can't ask Rob. I got to ask him mine.
I said I dropped a few of them in my time, so I know how my man Blake feels about that.
The ball hit him dead in the chest, and it just, gravity was too strong. Pip Brown wanted it more.
Those plays, though, I think early on in your career, they shape how you present yourself each and every week in practice, but also how you challenge yourself throughout practice. And I'll never forget when I gave up the game-winning touchdown pass in 1999 at A&M. That game really motivated me to the point where I knew I needed to work a little harder. I couldn't be complacent, not that I was trying to be, but at times when you have early success, we're talking about a guy who's never watched the game from the sideline. Every game he's played, he's been a part of it. He's started. He's been the first safety to trot out there. So he's going to be fine. I think the one thing, though, is when I went back that following year in 2001 to A&M, I had 10 tackles, led the team in tackles, and I had an interception. He has marked this game on his calendar. He knows that this is a big one. He knows that those Tech fans are going to ride him from the opening minute all the way to the last second of this ball game. It's going to be up to him to decide whether or not he leaves there tonight without that same feeling.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I totally agree, Brooks. I mean, I remember that shellacking we took my sophomore year at Oklahoma, and I gave up a big play early, and I always put that loss on me. I feel like I started the momentum for that drive, and obviously for that 63-point shellacking. But after that, I played great in OU games. It molded the type of player I would become later on. I really did. I became more focused, and I definitely went out in those games, in Oklahoma games, and I had great games after that. I believe that to be the same case for a guy like Blake Gidden. I totally believe. I think he's fantastic. I mean, think about this. I was talking to Craig Webb about this. And in Texas, I mean, we're DBU now. We put out the best defensive backs in the country. Everybody knows it. We got the best defensive back in all of football at any level in Coach Akini. Putting them out there has been fantastic. And this kid, Blake Gidden, has started as a true freshman in this secondary. That is absolutely incredible with the amount of talent we're bringing in and year out, and obviously with the turnover there in the secondary and how we're producing NFL athletes. It's just incredible that he started there for that long. It shows you what type of player he is. And you got to be mentally strong. You got to have some intestinal fortitude to be able to compete at that level, and for long as he's been competing.
It's not quite interceptions, but the same logic. Bucky, as a running backs coach or former running backs coach, you had guys, great guys, who coughed the ball up, fumbled on the turf. What kind of things do you have to say to them when they come back?
They didn't play for me. Those great guys, they were great guys, but they never played. Not like this kid. For him, it's one of those deals where it's really great to have your dad as a coach. Absolutely. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? So his dad has talked to him from the minute that happened till now, and I guarantee you those conversations were very frank, very upfront, and they didn't last very long. And his dad never had to say another thing to him. And I think the kid has played that way ever since that has happened to him. He's showed focus. He hadn't let that get him down whatsoever. And as I said, that's just, he's very fortunate to have his father be a coach. Because it'd be tougher maybe for somebody else. But when your dad is a coach and your dad speaks to you about, and if that's the worst thing that ever happened in his life, he's a pretty fortunate young man, believe me.
I need to talk to his dad too.